Hey everybody, Gary with Basecamp Trading. Let's take a look at a couple setups we had in the ES today. The ES was pushing up in the morning, and then we had this giant reversal bar right here, little topping tail, and then the entire body of this bar was all selling. Another topping tail, the body was selling. Found support here at the 50 EMA and the 200. We know that price tends to struggle in these areas, but the chart was bearish today. I mean, it just overall was bearish today. Set up the bear flag, triggered it underneath support for a nice push down, consolidated sideways for a while, set up another bear flag, triggered it, another push down, then left this big bottoming tail right off the bottom of the cloud right there. Left this big bottoming tail, set up a bullish reversal doji. However, it did not trigger. The next bar just kind of consolidated sideways for a little bit, set up another bear flag. That bear flag triggered. 5 and 13 still crossed to the downside. Momentum crossed to the downside, fast slow line crossed to the downside below the zero line. And then when we triggered that bear flag right there, we triggered this bearish inflection on momentum. And then you can see we made another final push down into target at right there at the end of the day. Caught a bounce at the end of the day, hit significantly undervalued, small bounce, but all in all, pretty bearish day for the indexes. This is what the last trade that we took looked like on the Interenco chart. You can see this is where we were getting that consolidation. Well, first of all, this was that bar that left the big bottoming tail. That was price action off of that bar. And then this is where we got that consolidation off of that other bar. Set up the bear flag, which happened to coincide with a power line. We had a power line here on a Renko chart at the exact same spot. The low was 54.50, which is exactly where our bear flag kicked in on the 30-minute chart. And then we made a nice push right down here into target. Our target was 36.44. That ended up breaking underneath it a little bit, but not too much. But we did come down here and hit target off of the power line break. We also had a consolidation channel. If you were really conservative, we had drawn in a consolidation channel right here. And you can see that we were pivoting between this pivot high and this pivot low when this consolidation was happening. And we drew that in when we got about on this bar right here because we could see we're pivoting inside there now. So the more conservative break would have been the break of consolidation. You can see you broke it, came back, did a last kiss. Would have been good for a couple targets if you had gotten in on that. The more aggressive trade was the power line break with the 30-minute bear flag. And again, we potential all depends on how you were trading it. If you had taken the bear flag, traded to target, you had the potential to grab at least $500 per contract. So again, just depends on how you were trading and what you're using for a stop and what your targets were. But again, if you had taken the bear flag and the power line break down into target, potentially you could have grabbed at least $500 on that final trade of the afternoon. Now the index is closed pretty bearish overall on the day. You can see, I mean, they even pushed down below these lows one more time at the end of the day. But this was the setup that we were trading, and again, all depends on how you were trading that, but potential to grab $500 per contract off of the 30-minute bear flag and the power line break.